Evening or good night, wherever in the world you're watching from. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tampo_1960 TV, where we bring you what's going on in the world. Hoping you're having yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of some clove and bay leaf. So that was my tea this morning. Temperature this morning is 30 degrees, so it's below freezing in Atlanta, Georgia. But where are you watching from? Wherever you're watching from, hope you're safe and sound and in your right mind and ready to go if you got to go to work. But blessings to you and your family. Remember how we do it over here. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Because you got to love self first before you love thy neighbor, our family, our friends. We do appreciate you guys over here. For that, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. So, topic of the morning, Kristi starts sing song like a bird. She said she get authority from above her. Say she pass on the information that she get, and as we all listen and heard from the commander on the ground, Bovino in Minneapolis, he was boasting while talking to the ICE agent and pumping them up. So if any of the protesters or anyone that they trying to apprehend touch them, they know what to do. So people are questioning his utterance that what was it that you tell them to do? Well, we see they execute two people or unalive two people. So they start to ask him the question, was that you tell them to do? He said he don't remember what he said to them. So when they show him the video and ask him if that was him, he was dumbstruck. He couldn't answer the question. He said he don't remember saying that. So now he have amnesia. He have amnesia right now because he can't remember what he said. Luckily they were taping him. So he can't retrack or recant his story because they have him on cameras. They have him on camera saying. So now Kristi Noem, she's in deep water because they start to pressure her and asking her why would she tell ICE agent to do all of that. Said she was only going by instruction of the president and Stephen Miller. But we all see on the president first term how he just used the people on his administration. See that with John Bolton. Well, he used him, and then now after John come out and write a book and talk about him, he's out for revenge. Same thing with with Kumi. Same thing with the AG in New York. Same thing with Fannie Willis. So the president is out taking revenge. So the people in Minneapolis is not having it. They're rising up, and they're rising up by the thousands because they're tired of ICE roaming their streets and kidnapping people. So they are not just kidnapping if you have a criminal record or a criminal history. They're apprehending you. No matter. So as long as you have color. Say a whole a Somalian teenager and put him in detention center. They didn't even give him a phone call to call his parents. He was a US citizen. But I think the problem that they send out, like, if you look a certain way, apprehend you. Most likely that's the command it seems like they get. Because most of the people say they don't have a criminal background or a criminal history. And if you don't have a criminal background or a criminal history, why are they apprehending you? No, I fast already. I'm biting. Why is it? Use the right handle. Yes, so it's just getting interesting. Now the president, because to take off some of the pressure off him, because the media is beating him, he come up with another strategy to go into war with Iran, to strike Iran. Armada, yep, that's what he say he wanna do. Now he wanna go into war with Iran. So the media, instead of focus on what's going on in America, they're gonna focus on what's going on in Iran to take off some of the pressure and the tension off him. But it's only a distraction. President boasts about stopping war, 8 wars, but now he's trying to go into war. Trying to war Greenland, trying to war Canada, Iran, Cuba. So America is on a path for war all over the globe with this president. Every morning you get up, it's talking about some war. Now we see where the oil price is gone back up. Now it's $70 per barrel for oil because he threatened to go into war with Iran. All the threat. We're gonna strike Iran. So because we're gonna strike Iran, the prices of oil is back up $70 per barrel. You see where he and Marconi is in war because he said if Canada go trade with China, they're gonna put 100% tariff on Canada. So what's going on with America and the rest of the world? See where the EU rejected because he wanna take over Greenland, and Greenland is a part of NATO. So all because Greenland have earth mineral that the world need because Russia gets a lot of it because they capture Crimea in Ukraine. Donald Trump did come up with a plan, said, hey, if we defend you and we can get billions of tons of it, then we'll give you a missile and we'll protect you. But we have to get the earth mineral. Traffic ain't going nowhere, sir. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think we're gonna go into another war? Does the president wanna go into war with Iran and Greenland? And I was watching videos of the people in Greenland and Denmark. Those people live peacefully. They're happy. They don't have health. They don't have to pay for health insurance or health care. In Denmark, they say if you have a job, you pay like 30%, 37% tax. They say if you lose a job, you get back a job. And I find it interesting. So the same thing in Greenland. You got free health care. And I was looking at all those videos. I don't see no obese people because most of the people they walk or ride bikes. But in America, it's all about drive. So you sit and work and do exercise. Then you go get obese. See, a lot of the paramedics they can hardly walk when they come out of the unit, but they are first responding. People like, how on earth that? But they're gonna tell you it's America, it's freedom. They deduct money from your salary, but yet healthcare is not free. A lot of people yesterday I was talking to, And they said they'll lose their primary care because they did have the Affordable Care Act, the Obamacare. They said they never know until they turn up at the doctor and they tell them, hey, you don't have it anymore. This is not good. So a lot of people start to lose their benefits. So first, if you have Obamacare or Affordable Care, you've got to call and make sure it's still valid before you turn up at the doctor and don't have no money. I think it was just a $10 copay or how much you used to pay. Because I think it was a joke because from last year I hear people was complaining about it, but I didn't read into it. But it's serious. So a lot of people losing their benefits. And I think that was one of the reasons why Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was complaining and lash out against her party. So she has some cancer survivor in her family, and that's what was helping them. So when you look at a Canada and a Denmark and Greenland, they have free health care. They have free medical. So the lifespan in those countries must last longer. Because you don't have to stress yourself out if you don't have no money to go to the doctor. Why a lot of people lose their life in America is because they're stressed because they don't have no money to go to the doctor. If I go to the doctor and I don't have insurance, who's gonna pay that medical bill? Because it's not the sickness kill you. It's the stress that you go through. You're gonna stress about it. You don't have no food to eat, you're gonna stress about it. So imagine you get sick and you don't have no money, you know? You are going to stress. But life is a blessing and choose your health over wealth. Because when you're healthy and strong, you could move about. Wealthy and weak, you can't move about. Although you can go to doctor and get medical treatment, but at the same time, if it's a sickness that you can't, doctor can't do nothing for you, then hey, what the sense having the money? So all those countries that you're trying to go into war with, they're living happy, very happy. It's not like in America where you stress and have to worry. Because they tell you it's freedom of the press and freedom of speech. But if you make certain utterance, they come pick you up. You're not free in America. Jealousy of America is a land of opportunity, but it's not what it seemed like or what they said. Because it can be the land of opportunity. You make it to the top, and you don't even have to do nothing. You can just walk in on the street and they accosted you and take you in and put some bogus charge on you. We see it happen to tons of people. So freedom of speech and freedom of expression, freedom of the press, I put freedom in front of it, but it's supposed to be behind it. See, where in Minneapolis there was, so we are of the press, we are of the press. They're still firing rubber bullet at them, bullets. Say it's not gonna kill you, and gas. So some of the journalists they couldn't breathe. They'd be like, "But we are an American, so it's not free to protest, although you're an American." Because you see it, they're shooting gas at them. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think the president is running the country right, or he's just out for revenge? Because everything that happened to him growing up and everything that happened to him under his first administration, he's taking revenge. Do you think that's what's happening in America? Yes, price gone up to 69 per gallon. And we all see that oil prices gone back up. And we still winter season. Normally the gas is much cheaper in the winter. But we're paying the price for our president threatening Iran that he gonna strike Iran. All because of that the prices of gas gone up $70 per barrel. So if the president sneezes, we catch cold. So we see we're in Minneapolis. Lovino is out and Homan is in. Man, we talk tough about border control and protection. We know when he talk, people listen to him and follow his lead. So we don't want no alien in America. So if you going through trauma and they threaten your life in your country and you're seeking asylum in America, and you get to the border, because that's what they say a lot of people was doing. They get to the border and seeking asylum. You can't come across anymore because they tell you, hey, we don't want you in America. So no, When that fail, and say you have children in America and you're from Jamaica and you're gonna file, you can't do that anymore. They cut that off of last Wednesday, yeah, the 21st of January. I was watching the ambassador to Jamaica, and he was saying, "Yep, they cut that off. They stop it, so you cannot petition for a family member anymore." Under Donald Trump first administration, he stated that sibling migration, he cut it out. So now he get rid of chain migration altogether from 75 countries. But what a lot of people are saying that not one of the country that he, not one of the country that's in the 75 is a white country. All of those countries are black and Spanish. That he don't want in America. I don't know if black people or people of color did something to him. That's why he don't want black people in America. It don't matter if you're here legally. He don't care. As long as you're black, go back to your shithouse country. That's what he's saying. So people are crying in the street every day because they don't know when ISIS is coming to their city to create havoc. But wherever you're watching from, thanks for watching. Remember to love thy neighbor as thyself. And please be safe. Blessings to you and your family. Remember, the word of the day is love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Stay safe. I'm out of here.